going to have a delay. We did miss the initial bans, but that's okay. We'll get caught up. So we do have Invoker, Brewmaster, Sven, and Dawn being banned on the side for 4Y. And then just want to make sure I have everything. Okay. So we do have Pango as the first pick coming out from Mo FOLSKI. I'm just going to say Mo Money or Mo Problems. I like Mo Problems better. I like that a lot better. Okay. So we do have Gyro coming out in the way of 4Y. I mean, so if we look at the bans, most of them are your typical bans. You got Invoker first round, you got Venge first round, Dawnbreaker, Sven, Dazzle and the Brew can be. I mean, they're not your usual. You usually see Trent being banned. You know, the OP heroes per se right now. It does look like Mole Problems does ban out the Earthshaker. Lads and Mins are corrupt. That is their flag. So we do have Grimstroke being banned as well, with the PA direct ban from 4Y. And we have NP being picked up by 4Y. So Gyro and Nature Prophet are usually two heroes that are banned in the first wave of bans. They both managed to sneak through the first wave and the second wave of bans. So more problems picking up the Doom and picking up the Skywrath Mage. So Nature Prophet right now, I'm going to go back to the Gyro and Nature Prophet real quick. With these two heroes, you got the Gyro. He's very good because of his flat cannon with the Satanic and just basically because everything stacks on his flat cannon. That's what makes him so viable. And then Nature Prophet, he's annoying with a Sprout. You gotta get a freaking Quelling Blade. So it's one slot you don't want to spend money early game for the Quelling Blade, and you don't want to assign it to a slot early game. So it's just an annoying hero to deal with. And then the 7-minute Wisdom Runes, he can just TP or teleport to them, grab them. I've seen some Nature Prophets literally get both of them, like the 7 minutes, the 14 minutes, and just be level like 16. So we do have the Earth Spirit coming out. This is another hero. Earth Spirit has been picking for mid quite a bit. So I would not be surprised to see this Earth Spirit mid. As far as the Dire team, we have Pangolier being picked up. So we have Marcy as well for Radiant. So Pangolier, Doom, Skywrath, all good heroes. I would say Pangolier is probably the mid, even though he was picked up first. Unless they pick another. Skywrath could be mid, but you don't see Skywrath Mage mid quite as much anymore. So I would have to put the Doom Sky possibly off lane, depending on their two picks coming out. And then Pangolier possibly mid. As far as the Radiant team, you're going to be seeing the Gyrocopter as Pos 1, Nature Prophet possibly Pos 4, Earth Spirit Pos 2, and then Marcy Pos. Well, that's a toss-up. You could have Marcy Pos 5 or 3. I don't know. Nature Prophet right now and Marcy, you can kind of give a little leeway, give and take. And I might have to switch my two names around. There we go. I got it. Got it, guys. Okay. So we do have the Terrorblade being picked. with the ban on the Seer. Another good ban. Dark Seer is a good ban, especially against the Terrorblade, creating that wall, getting that Terrorblade illusion that can do massive amounts of damage in a short amount of time. And that's kind of what Terrorblade is known for with his Metamorphosis. He could just do an insane amount of burst damage in a short amount of time. And then you got the Marcy, as I talked about. So right now we're looking at Radiant, possibly with these last couple bands coming out. More than likely, see, with the lineup that Dire team has, they could opt in to get a middle and push Pangolier to the offlane with Doom and then Skywrath a support. Or they could possibly pick up a so we do have Trent Protector being banned as a pos 5. And I was gonna say they're either probably looking at a pos 1 or a pos 5 for the Dire team. Granted, it could be anywhere. And we have the Warlock being banned as well for another pos 5. So 4Y believes that they are picking their pos 5 here. And it does look like more problems having that last ban to see what they will want to ban out. More than likely, it looks like 4Y is saving their mid for their last pick. So we are going to be seeing, more than likely, it could be a mid Nature Prophet. I wouldn't doubt it, but again, I'm not sure what all 10 of these players play. So I'm going off a general synopsis. We could have a Nature Prophet mid. We could have an Earth Spirit offlane. We could have an Earth Spirit support. I'm not sure what players play what. So I'm giving just a general overlook on what my observation is. I could be totally wrong. Heck, we could see TV position 5. I'm just kidding. I don't think I've ever seen that in my play of Dota. So they are really thinking about this last ban coming up. And I think they really just want to get another heavy TB counter. And Centaur is another good ban to ban out. I hate Centaur, dude. Freaking rushing heart this patch. Ugh. Such a pain in the butt. So I'm totally down for that Centaur ban by more problems. Having TB with that high armor, but that return damage going through that armor with that TB low health pool and with the double edge does totally take TB out of the laning phase. So I can totally see why they did that. And we do have Lion for the pos 5 to lane with the TB to kind of give TB. Lion is a strong laner, so they're hoping to kind of offset it with the TB. TB needs a strong laner to kind of stay in lane. Use that Metamorphosis, get that early kill, get that early pressure, and so forth. You leaving?
Yeah.
Okay. See you, man.
Okay.
Okay. And we have a Mortois. I always pronounce that incorrectly because of my speech impediment. But we do have a Mortois. Oh my god. This is going to be a horrible game for me to cast. Morta being picked. So we will have it. I'm going to say it's going to be a Pangolier and Morta mid. And then we're going to be seeing I'm going to say Earth Spirit and Marcy. Earth Spirit could be 5 too. We'll have to see. But it could be either Earth Spirit Marcy or Nature Prophet Marcy. I don't see Marcy as a pause 5. Just because she is really good once she gets 1 or 2 items. And you kind of want those 2 items early game, so you could basically just jump in, flip somebody, get them out of position, and knock them back. Like, I think I don't know. I don't know who would lane better with Gyro. Earth Spirit has a nice slow, has a nice knockback. Nature Prophet has a nice hold in place until you get a Quelling Blade. So really, either of those heroes could lane with Gyro. More than likely, we're going to see TB and Lion as the safe lane. I'm going to say Doom and Skywrath, and then Pangolier mid. I love you. Okay. Oh. Why was my sound off? Okay, here we go. The start of game number 1 in this best of 2 series. Okay, we're gonna go last hit denies for the first thing. Gonna go free camera. Let's get rid of that. Okay. Want to make sure everything is set and ready to go. Okay, so it does look like coming out. Doesn't look like any team directly has smokes. We do have a couple blood grenades on each side. But it looks like to be a pretty passive early game, possibly. I don't think either team is going to rotate and try to get a gank early, although we do have a little action up here on top. Marcy getting that sentry ward to block this pole camp for the side of the Dire. Does look like Lion does have 1 sentry, so we will see if he gets that D ward on there. We do have opposite end. Oh no, that's right in the middle. We got some wards going down for both mids. We got a ward up here for the Radiant side, kind of just to see what's going on in this lane. Lion still holding that ward. It does look like we will have some contest for this top middle rune. TV Sky and Pangolier, Marcy, and we do have the refraction coming out. Marcy hopping away, and it does look like everyone will be getting away scot-free. It does look like the runes will be going in favor. Who got that? Oh my god, man. I'm just having a meltdown right now. We got Doom and Sky. And okay, yeah, that's what I thought. 2-2. No, it was 3-1. I knew that. In favor of Dire. Gosh. Ooh, man, I'm already messed up. So we do have Earth Spirit and Pangolier mid. Okay, so they did not send Morta mid like I thought they would. And then top lane, we do have a missile coming out on the Lion. Marcy is about half health just from that engagement that we had. Man. Oh, man. These lanes totally got wrong. Gyro is in the off lane with Marcy. Woo! And then Murta is safe with NP against Doom and Sky. Okay. So we do have Nature Prophet and Skywrath just duking it out, possibly trying to get something done. Skywrath does have a couple tangos, so he will be able to eat out of the trees. Does take quite a bit of damage, bringing him quite low. Meanwhile, mid, we do have Earth Spirit and Pangolier. I think this is going to be a pretty safe lane for the most part. I don't think there's going to be a lot of killing done in this mid lane unless a gank happens. I think what we're really going to be focusing on is down here in this bottom lane. We have this Sphere, we have this Root. Skywrath, once he's out of trees, he's not really going to want to get a Quelling Blade. So it's going to be reliant on the Doom to get that Quelling Blade off on that Sprout to get him out of that. Top, we do have possibly First Blood going down, the Blood Grenade out, the Metamorphosis, and it does look like First Blood in the way for TB. The missile coming out on the TB, and it does look like Gyro will be able to get a return kill using the Rocket Barrage on the TB. Now, that is no Metamorphosis for a couple minutes. Meanwhile, bottom, we got another kill happening. Murta getting the kill on the Jug. No return kill on the NP. NP TPing back to safety. Does he have teleportation? He does have teleportation. So he'll be able to come right back into this lane. Meanwhile, I mean, like I said, mid, they both bottled up. So I think this is pretty much going to come down who can get the water runes and maintain that bottle. Gyro falling awfully low top. Does look like NP did come top to try to get that second kill on the TB. Meanwhile, Morta being bullied out of lane by the Skywrath, sending a couple skills. Got that magic wand. Nature Prophet TPing back bottom to help their Morta. That's how I'm going to pronounce it from now on. Morta. Just like that. We do have a dive here mid, but Pangolier just shield, is it shield crash? Yeah. Man! Whew! They're just going ham down on this bottom lane. NP trying to get a kill on Doom, but the Sky spell coming out, and Doom does get that last hit. The double kill going in the way for FOLSKI. Good job with the Doom. Getting that Ring of Health is really going to sustain this lane. I don't think they're going to be able to bully him out now that he's got that Ring of Health. Nature Prophet coming behind, but as I live and speak, it does look like the silence coming out on the Doom, and Morta will be getting a kill on the Doom. Does look like a rotation from the Sky, possibly to try to set up a kill on the Earth Spirit, but Earth Spirit, no. Okay, so he's just going to capitalize on this water rune while Pangolier gets top to kind of secure that early victory for Pangolier. As long as they trade evenly, Pangolier will win the 2 minutes of lane. Marcy dropping low, but she does bounce out. And it does look like TB going about half health, but that will be it for that. So Marcy's one of those heroes that I don't really get played often, so I don't really know her spells off the top of my head. So I'm just going to be saying bounce. I realized that was rebound. I got a quick look at it. So meanwhile, with the last hits and the denying, we got 29 with the Pango mid, kind of taking a little lead against the Earth Spirit. Like I said, I think this is just going to be a farm fest. Nothing too much happening. Now, it could happen as soon as they hit level 6, but I don't see both of them really going for kills. I see them more rotating to get those kills. Meanwhile, top, we do have another engagement. We do have Lion getting that kill on Marcy, but it looks like Gyro's just going to go in for that Lion, but he does turn back. No mana, no regen. Lion does have that mana suck, mana drain. Meanwhile, bottom, we got Nature Prophet killing the Skyrat. Man, I'm rusty. I gotta warm up, guys. I'm getting in the zone, so give me another 3 minutes and I'll be good. Nature Prophet rooting the Doom. Not too much. Like I said, he's got that Vanguard completed. I don't see him being bullied out of lane too much. We do have Marcy rotating on the Pangolier, but it does look like on the side of Dire, Skywrath does come in, refill that bottle. Pangolier does get that full bottle. They are going to contest this bottom rune. Does look like they all... No, he faked it. Earth Spirit rolling away. It does look like Illusion did spawn top. Earth Spirit and Pangolier are both going for it. The slow coming out on Earth Spirit. And it does look like the Earth Spirit will get that Illusion roll. Ooh, that throw. Very nicely done by Marcy. But will she be able to get away in time? I think this might be a kill. No. And it does look like the geomagnetized or whatever this Earth Spirit guy does. Trying to get the Sky. Does get the Sky kill. But, wow, he does not fall in the process. And Pangolier coming low. But the shield from the shield bash. And the swashbuckle saving him. The Earth Spirit falling to the Lion. Very nicely done. The Earth Spike coming out. Marcy and NP both getting stunned up. And it does look like the Lion will be able to retreat. Very nice save with that Pango getting out with 100. That shield crash. Getting that shield. Meanwhile, bottom lane, like I said, Morta's basically just coming down here. trying to get that farm. Does get it. That was a nice shot. Gyro and TB kind of neutral now that all the action has been going mid. It's so funny, like this makes you realize, like, heroes that you don't like ever see, you tend to forget their skills. Like, I haven't seen Pangolier in forever in my games, so like I just naturally forgot all of his spells and the names of the spells. It's pretty funny. We got Medallion coming out on the NP for that negative armor on whoever they are going to focus. We got tier 1 items being picked up. We got that Doom. We do have Doom. Nope. It does look like... Oh, he might be going in for the... Nope. Just Infernal Blade. He's like, you know what? That's enough. But he might turn. Ooh. He's thinking about it. And the Doom coming out. The silence coming out on the Doom. But it is too late. The Doom is off. And she is actually turning back. MP getting that Sprout off. Gyro coming in for the kill. Gyro using his missiles. Doom does TP away just before the homing missile connects. Morta does get denied by NP. Very nice deny from the NP. Earth Spirit does have that arcane rune. Will he be looking to do something with it? Another couple wards by both mids coming out. Meanwhile, top, Gyro going back. Nothing too crazy up here. Okay, so we're gonna shift this to net worth. It's about that 10-minute mark. We're gonna see how everyone is doing. Pangolier, this has kind of been non-stop action. I tried to talk about something, and then something like this happens. We got the Doom going on the NP Sprout going off, the Morta Silence going on the Skywrath, and the double shot finishing off the Skywrath. They turn to the Doom. Morta is just doing crazy amounts of damage with that Javelin and that double shot. The homing missile coming out on the Gyro. The Gyro trying to connect to the Doom. The Pangolier getting that swashbuckle. The Gyro getting the missile barrage. And it does look like MP trying to make himself not seen in the Sprout. But he does go down to the Lion. So it is a 1-for-1 trade. But that trade is favored to the Radiant side. Meanwhile, they are looking for a kill on the Morta. Swashbuckle does come in. Does quite a bit of damage to Morta, but Morta does get out safe and sound. Doom now coming back down bottom. Meanwhile, mid, not really doing too... Oh, the deny for the shield rune. Very nice deny by the Sky. And I did miss the kill on the Morta. More than likely, Swashbuckle came out and killed her. Does look like the Finger does get the kill on Marcy. That's a nice stack for 40 plus damage by the Lion. Okay, so hopefully we have a couple minutes of not action material. So that way we can talk about the net worth, what people's items have. So we got Pangolier and TB kind of up at the top in net worth. We do got the Hanamitis on the TB. So basically, the later this game goes, the more powerful he's going to become. And he's just going to skyrocket from there. I mean, he's already on top of the net worth with Hanamitis. So if he does not get shut down, he's going to have a tremendous game. Gyrocopter, it does look like, went the Veil of Discord. So he's looking for a magical kind of support build. But still deals a ton of damage in a short amount of time if he gets all those spells off on you. Marcy, meanwhile, does look like is the POS 4. So it doesn't really have anything. Does look like these tier 1 towers will be trading for both Dire and Radiant for the safe lane of both or the off lane of both, whichever side you want to say that for. Earth Spirit does have the Urn, Hanamitis as well. So we do have a couple of Hanamitises out on the field. That is quite funny. Pangolier is going to Fusel Blade first. Very nice item. Kind of get that mana drain on that Swashbuckle. Lion has Tranquils. What a POS 5 has. Doom Vanguard looking to go Hanamitis as well. So we look to have 3 Hanamitises on the field. Maelstrom on the Morta, which is a really good item, especially with that proc chance on that Gunslinger, giving it a chance to proc twice. So a little passive now, but that's kind of what we like to see, so that way we can kind of catch up and I can get my breath. We got some pinging down on the Doom. Got some pinging down with the Gyro. Invisibility on the Pangolier. Is he going to be doing something with this? We shall see. NP does not have a neutral item. Arcane Ring on the TB. Kind of recover. So basically, with this Arcane Ring, TB can literally just send illusions everywhere and keep restoring his mana. So that is a very nice pickup for a tier 1 neutral item for TB. Does look like we do have Sky and Morta kind of engaging bottom. Sky does have his level 6. The silence coming out, getting the silence on Sky, but that's not before the Rolling Thunder comes out on the Pangolier, cleaning up that kill on Morta. Very nicely done. I did miss a kill top. Gyro killed the TB. That magic burst. He got that homing missile off. Thunder is on TV, but wasn't able to sunder in time. Probably from the homing missile stun time. So very nicely done on the Gyro kill on the TV. Very nice. So honestly, both carries going down for both sides. So we will see. But right now, I think that hurts Morta more than TB just because TB does have that Hanamitis. That Hanamitis charges while you're dead. So, you know, they are looking, the Hex coming out on the Earth Spirit. Earth Spirit dropping to about 800. Earth Spirit does boulder out. Rolling boulder out, and he is fine. Skywrath is coming from behind. The silence coming out, and it does look like the Finger is getting another kill. That is plus 80 damage, man. This line looks like the Murder will be getting a clean-up kill on the Skywrath. A smoke coming out. It does look like they are going to converge on this Doom bottom lane. Here we go. And Doom senses something is up. The Humming Missile will connect this time, and it does stun the Doom up. Doom just dropping heavily to the ult of Marcy and the Gunslinger of Murta. Woo! That, you know, Gyro was like, nope, not again. This Humming Missile's connecting this time. Metamorphosis does come out from the Gyro. So, he's not looking to fight until, you know, about 2 minutes. And that's about the time the Finger of Death is off cooldown. You don't really want to fight with this off cooldown. You want to basically, I mean, he's got Blink, so he can set up kills with that Hex and the stun. It is very nice. Meanwhile, top, we do have a Rolling Bullet coming out on the Sky. The Sky getting the ult on the Earth Spirit. Earth Spirit does drop. Sky does fall. The Gyrocopter releasing his ult. The Doom coming out on the Gyrocopter. Gyrocopter will be cleaned up by the Doom, but the Pangolier does get the kill. Lion running down Marcy. Marcy coming back, trying to get a return kill on the line, but to no avail. The Swashbuckle does miss. DD on the Pangolier. Pangolier does get a double kill. Top lane, clearing that Observer ward.
I got a scratch on board because there's a card and then it was running from the down to upstairs to the front door.
I'm sorry. Does look like Lion does get that haste rune, does get that Hex on the NP and get out of there, denying that haste rune. Humming Missile on the illusion of TB. Not too much going on. We do have a mech play on the Gyrocopter going into Guardian Greaves. Very nice. A shard on the way of Gyrocopter queued up. Earth Spirit, meanwhile, got a hand going BKB next. We do have a smart play coming out for the Lion, Sky, and Pangolier. Oh, this is Death Earth Spirit. Swashbuckle, stun. Doesn't even need the Finger of Death. Lion gets the kill without the Finger of Death. That's how OP Lion is right now. He is just massively. Does look like the NP coming on the end. The Skywrath. The Finger coming out. The save. No, it's not a save. The Morta getting the silence on the Sky and the Lion. The Lion does force staff by the Doom. Wait, who's got a force staff? The Gyrocopter getting his ult off on the Doom, and it does look like the TB with his Metamorphosis will just be wrecking this fight with the Rolling Thunder. Murta going down to the Swashbuckle, and then the TB finishing off with auto attacks. It does look like TB just doing... It's just... Oh, the TB with the Metamorphosis. This is one spell you do not want to fight into. He does have the Thunder available. The Thunder going on the Spirit, and that's Silence, but it's not enough. The Swashbuckle with the TB Thunder is enough to just get that kill. The NP going in. They want a return kill. They get a return kill on the line. It does look like the rebound going in, stunning the Pangolier. Pangolier getting stuck in the freaking Sprout. Man, I'm getting lost at words, man. So much action. It is only 18 minutes in the game, and we have 35 kills already. Pangolier maintaining top net worth with the TB, although they're only 30 gold apart. And then Doom following up next. Things are just looking bright for the Dire. The Radiant, honestly, they just kept coming in one at a time after another. It does look like the swap. There is no tier 1 tower. It does look like the rebound. But the Lion blinking in and getting that stun. The Swashbuckle finishing off the Marcy. Meanwhile, bottom, we do have Sky and Nature. Nature trying to root. But it does look like the Doom coming out on the Murta. But the Murta auto attacks. It's just dropping. Doom getting homing missiles. But it's not even going to connect. And it does look like the Gyro does get his Rocket Barrage, his homing missile, trying to get everything off. The rolling just coming out. Man, this is insanely packed. Does look like the homing missile coming out on the Pangolier. Are they going to chase? Earth Spirit is rolling in. The Sky almost actually dies to the homing missile, but I don't see the Sky escaping. Flip back, and the homing missile changes, but nothing appears to be a new target. Lion does get trapped up on the high ground with the Sprout. Marcy does get that kill on the Lion. Another 3 kills, but this time going in the side for the Radiant. There is still a 5k gold advantage for the Dire team. Okay, hopefully things slow down a little bit. Does look like Terrorblade does have his Manta going for that Eye of Scotty. TB is just skyrocketing. Meanwhile, we do have Pangolier being silenced. The homing missile coming out. The Swashbuckle trying to get away, but will it be enough? The Force Staff coming out from the Sky, but it does look like Marcy will be getting... Yeah, Marcy gets the kill. Lion gets kicked back. The Finger of Death coming out on the Gyro. The Gyro will be cleaned up by the TB. And it does look like that will be a 3-for-1 trade going in favor of the Radiant side. Pangolier, Lion, and Skywrath all falling. TV trying to come in, trying to clean up what he can. But there's just there's so much burst from both of these teams. Like, the fight commences, and then it's just over within seconds. Within seconds, because of how much damage is this, the burst damage coming out from all those. Oh, man. Insane. Solar Crest finishing on the NP. The Marcy almost has her BKB, so basically she can just go in. She can flip people. She can basically get people out of position and rearrange that fight. And letting her do that. She won't be able to get silenced. She'll be able to get her ult off. The Furies. You know, Earth Spirit does have a Kaya for that mana reduction. Is going for that BKB next. Basically same thing. Doesn't want to get silenced. Wants to get those rolling boulders. Wants to get that magnetized. Wants to keep that channeling. Even though it's not a channel, it's kind of a channel because you drop it. I don't know. It's just you prolong it, I guess. And then Gyrocopter going that magic build, getting that Force Staff to get people, you know, out of position or to save people. Very nicely done. Skywrath has had a couple nice Force Staffs. You know, did save the Pangolier down here with that Force Staff. Almost save the Pangolier again with this force staff up here, but Marcy did come from the back with the rebound. But it does look like we do have another fight. The homing missile will connect, but will not be stunning up the Pangolier as he is in rolling boulder. And it does look like a pause coming out from Doom. It does look like we do have a door coming out. So meanwhile, while we take this short break of not action, we can look at the dire side and what items. We got a Glimmer Cape and a Blink from the Lion, force staff queued up. We have Pangolier, the Diffusal Blade, the Aghanim Scepter, which causes shield crash. He can use it in his rolling boulder. Shows you how many heroes I play. I only play like 5 heroes. And so bear with me if I'm a little rusty on the skills. It's because I haven't casted in like 3 years. This is my second cast. We do have Manta. We almost have the Scotty being complete on TB. That is a huge power spike for him. Getting that not able to heal as much, and that slow is insane for TB and his illusions. Meanwhile, Doom going for that BKB, has that Octarine Core for the Midas. Basically, Doom is basically like he's going a greedy build. Let's not lie, man. Hand of Mice, Octarine Core, with his farming mechanic, this is just an outright greedy build. It is certainly paying off. The later this game goes, I'm going to have to give this game to the dire side just because of the TB and how they are playing behind the TB. I think what Radiant... Now, Murda, I'm not putting anything down, but Murda, I have seen very few games with Murda, so I can't give a full synopsis on how I think she's going to do late game. I've only seen her in a very few amount of games and the pro circuit. I do know she's really good, but I don't know her capabilities against the TB. I haven't seen enough games to actually know that for a fact. So this is kind of like a surprise mechanic. I know she's powerful with her gunslinger and her silences and her ult, but we will see how she fares against the TB late game. There is a I don't even know how to get the shop open with win probability. Does look like it is favoring the Dire with that last team fight going inside of Radiant coming back up. Oh, look at that. I don't have to click on each individual person. I'm trying to find the shop. So there's a new item that builds from the Witchblade. I don't know what it's called, but it allows you to get 5 attacks in people when they have like Ghost Scepter and Ethereal form. And I think that item, it might be a necessity to just have against the Morta. Basically, you get her low, she pops her ult, and then you use that item so you could basically just finish her. So we'll see if that's a pickup, and it might not come to that. The Gyro Magic build is really good early to mid game, but I think is going to start falling off here once people get their BKBs online. Because he's not going right click, so he's not going to be able to output that amount of damage. So really, he's going to be focusing, the Lion and Skywrath late game to kind of keep them off the carries and keep them stunned up, slowed up, not be able to do anything. And Marcy's always viable. She's a stupid hero. Every time I see her, I hate her just because she literally can take a good position and fight and turn it into a bad position fight if done correctly as a Marcy. So really, I think the Radiant have their window now up until about 35 minutes. After that, I think Dire is just going to become so powerful and snowball so far ahead that Dire is going to have that lead. We do have an unpause by the NP. Not sure if everyone was... It looks like everyone is back. Everybody is moving. So, okay. I didn't see a go, so that's why I was wondering. Okay, so anyway, NP farming top with this line blink. Line does show himself in lane. We'll see if they do anything on this line. NP is TPing. It does look like they do see that NP line does blink away. Very nicely done. Earth Spirit rolling away from the TP, just hitting him. Earth Spirit's like, I don't really care, but I don't really... And it does look like the blink forward, the Hex, the Earth Spirit coming out. Will there be enough damage? The Glimmer Cape coming out. It does look like the Mana Drain, the Slow coming out. And NP's trying to get away, but slowed so much by the concussive shot. Excuse me. Meanwhile, Earth Spirit just doing his thing mid. Does look like we do have the Doom here. Bottom lane does not have a BKB yet. We do have Marcy and Gyrocopter going in. The homing missile. And it does look like it's just going to be a multitude of barrages by the Gyrocopter. Unleashing hell. Meanwhile, top, we do have a tier 1 tower falling to the Pango and Sky. Radiant tier 1 top will be falling. Does look like they are going to use the portal. They are coming through the portal. Does look like Lion does Glimmer Cape. Does see the Gyro and the Marcy come through. Lion does blink out. It does look like on the back. Oh, no. Marcy does get the kill on. Woo! Or not Marcy. Freaking Murta. Not Marcy. They both start with M. Insane amount of damage coming out from Murta, man. BKB on Murta. And like I said, I think this is the timing that this team has to do something. They don't want to wait and let this TB just free farm the lanes, the jungle, have this Doom, Midas, eat creep, do his thing. He's got 2 Midas charges that he's got to use. The Fortify coming out on the tier 2 top for the Dire, trying to take this tower. Man, the Gunslinger proc is insane. Woo! That tower just falling like hellfire. Meanwhile, bottom, we do have TB doing some damage to the Radiant tier 2 bottom. Murda does TP bottom to stop that. Does look like there are some scribbles on the board. Are they going to take this? The smoke coming out. The line blinking forward. Losing vision of the Gyrocopter. The ult coming out. It does look like the homing missile coming out on the line. The Lion will be stunned up, unable to blink forward to try to help his teammate. Does look like the rolling thunder coming out, trying to find someone, but they will not find someone. The rolling thunder down. TB Metamorphosis pop, going to try to secure this Roche with the illusions as long as the supports can hold the vision. He will. Oh, we're gonna have a fight, guys. Here we go. The Gyrocopter cooldown is off cooldown. It does look like TB does get stunned up. Earthshake or Earth Spirit does send out a statue. What are those called, by the way? Stone Remnant. Duh. The Sprout coming out. The Slow coming out on the NP. The Humming Missile coming out on the line. Line is in the Glimmer Cape. But it is so much. The Hex coming out on the line. The Spike coming out. The Rolling Boulder coming out on the Earth Spirit for the cleanup kill. The Doom BKB popping, but he is just stumped up by the Marcy. Marcy getting a killing spree on the Doom, and that fight will be null and void. Does look like they do see that the Gyro or the TB did start this Roshan, and they will be finishing. Being it is a 3-on-5. Man, I am just popular tonight. And it does look like Morta will be getting that Aegis. So, more than likely, this is going to be a push. We got Metamorphosis down for 60 seconds. This is the time to do it. The Radiant need to get something done. This tier 2 tower with backdoor protection will be falling here soon as the creeps come by. Does look like MP does TP mid to kind of keep this wave from pushing out from the TB illusions. Top tier tower, tier 2 top tower falls. Woo! Say that 5 times fast. I'm just kidding. It's probably not that hard. I'm making it harder. 2 bounty runes does get that Midas. Man, these Midases. So these Midases, they pay off dividends if this game goes to like 40 minutes. Even you know the 30-minute mark, they're paying off. But it's that 40 plus minute mark that the Hand of Midas is just so good. You get all that bonus XP, you get all that bonus gold. It pays for itself and more. It's like the stock market, man. You buy it, you hold it, you just hold, and it just rises in price. That's what it does. Meanwhile, top, we got Earth Spirit farming these camps. All 4 of the Dire Heroes are top. TB is pushing mid with his illusions, going back into the jungle to farm up. BKB on the TB now. TB, I mean, like I said, TB is getting big. He is getting big. And this is something you don't want to do. I think what the Radiant should have done is pushed because there was no Metamorphosis up. Earth Spike coming out on the Earth Spirit. The blink away by line, very nicely done. That was very nicely done. Does look like the Gyro and the Pangolier does converge. Gyrocopter is getting silenced up. The Rolling Thunder coming out. The swashbuckling of Pangolier trying to do some more damage, but it does look like they will be leaving and going their own way. TB TPing bottom. Man, as much action as there was in this game, early game, you would have thought it was just going to be non-stop killing and killing. We had 35 minutes or 35 kills at 15 minutes. We still have 48 kills at 30 minutes, but it has toned down just a bit. Meanwhile, bottom TV kind of pushing out those lanes. Does look like they are looking to take this last tier 2 from the Dire. And it does look like the blink on the Pangolier. Does look like he does get thrown. The out of position Pangolier dropping the Skywrath. Just was he even a hero? I think he went from 100 to 0 in less than like 0.2 seconds. Holy crap. I'm gonna have to figure out how to. I know, dude. I am yawning like so. I had a. Oh my god, Zappy. I'm gonna have to figure out next game how to stop those invites from happening. Do I just go offline or something? I think maybe just go offline. Like I said, back to casting from a 3-year break. Second series, I should say. It is definitely fun to get back into. Okay. So while there is a lull in the action, we're gonna see some items. We got Gyro with the GG boots, Force Staff, Kaya, Veil. So pure magic build. Nothing but pure magic. We got the Marcy, BKB, going that Ag Scepter, giving her that basically just to get a support out of position to do what damage that can be done. And then we got Earth Spirit finishing that BKB, got that Octarine Core for faster roll around the map. We got NP. It does look like he is trying to. I'm assuming that's going to be for a sheep. Yeah, it looks to be for a sheep. So we got a sheep coming out. Oops, wrong thing. Sheep coming out on the NP. And then we got Murtua finishing up that Mjolnir, BKB, Hurricane Pike, and Mask of Madness. Does look like she is going for her axe next. Yep. Is going for her axe next. It does look like Gyro wants to do something here against these guys, but Sky and Lion getting that dude. Man, it's that soup, dude. I literally just had soup before this game. And the soup. Every time I eat soup, man, it does that. So, it does look like they do want to do something here. But both teams being very cautious. Very cautious indeed. TB, not sure. You got a Shadow Blade. Dude, it was such good chicken noodle soup, man. It was homemade chicken soup. Like, it was so good. And now it's the chicken, man. I know. So I don't know. Okay, it does look like the NP getting the BKB and the Metamorphosis popped out. The Earth Spirit rolling in, but only to find the line, Spike, Hex, and fingering him. The Marcy giving a speed boost to the NP, trying to get away with the rebound, but NP to no avail, getting slowed up, getting stunned, and will be going down. A 2-for-0 trade for the Dire team. Very nicely done. The Dire team, TB, got caught out, but had the stuff. Had the BKB, had the Metamorphosis to turn that fight. Lion coming in with the stun, with the Hex on the Earth Spirit, making it so Earth Spirit couldn't get anything off. Does look like Murta does ping out that TB. Murta and TB down here kind of doing their own thing. And so this is what I would like to see. So we got Parting Shot. Murta precisely shoots a hero in the soul, separating them. And they're invulnerable, muted, untargetable, and disarmed for 4 seconds. So the body can be targeted for a 35% reduction. Yeah. Meanwhile, top, we do have NP getting caught out here, and it does look like this will be a kill on the NP. I don't see him escaping. Oh, and the finger, dude. +6. The gyrocopter coming out, using full force. The force step does not save the Skyra. It does look like the swashbuckle and the rolling from Pangolier coming out. The Marcy and the Lion both kind of glimmered. The Doom, getting the Doom off on the Mortar. Mortar cannot do anything, but they don't have the damage. They instead go on the gyrocopter. The Skywrath buying back, trying to get the ult out on the Gyro. The Gyro does survive for a little bit longer to get that cleanup kill assist on the Doom, but it does look like the Gyro does go down. The Earth Spirit is slowed. The Murta coming out, the ult of the Murta. Murta just firing off auto attack. The Gunslinger chance, but it is not enough. The BKB pop, and it does look like a TP back to the fountain. And this will be a 4-for-1 trade going in the way for the Dire. Yeah, it is kind of a crazy game. I gotta turn that off too. Thank you for the follower. I tried turning that down, but it won't turn down in the settings I have. Crazy, crazy match. And so some of the settings are still a little off. I'll be fixing throughout the series that I'm casting and the series later on that I'm casting. But some of the things I gotta readjust just because I haven't streamed in forever. But insane battles. This is an insane game. TB getting the Aegis. Pangolier does pick up the cheese. So this is what I was talking about. Just from the little games that I've seen, I still don't think Morita. I mean, we'll find out here. Here we go, Morita using her all, stunning. Oh my God, the parting shot, just raking TB. Holy crap, that was insane. The Aegis popped just like that. Well, now we have the answer that I was looking for. Can Morta stand up against a TB? And the answer is yes, because they both have Shadow Blade. But that was a Morta that had a full control dominance on TB because TB had no clue it was coming. That was insane. So that answer is Morta is still super viable against the TB. Now the real question is, can she do that on TB when he BKBs and Metamorphos? Can she do that same exact scenario when TB knows it's coming? We don't know yet, because I haven't seen it. Thoughts on Murta Ags? Well, from just seeing that, I think that 4.2k, popping that Ags, possibly delaying this push, I think it was worth it. Do I think it's good? I don't know. I would have to see more of the Morta Ags. I think that is the second game that I've seen Ags built on Morta. So I haven't seen it enough to know if it's worth it or not. It is magical, so it does not go through BKB. So we will see in an actual team fight. Gyrocopter engaging the team fight. The rolling coming out. The Marcy BKB going on the Doom. The Doom getting the Doom off on the Murta. The Murta getting the BKB popped off, but she will have to retreat for another day. The Pangolier cleaning up the kill of the Marcy. Meanwhile, the Skywrath Mage and the Lion do fall. Down to the NP and the Earth Spirit. Kind of backing off TB, getting away as fast as he can. Gyrocopter and Earth Spirit trying to look for something, but the Dire team is saying, see you later, I'm out of here. So that was insane, because if we look at that fight, things went the Radiant way. And Morta didn't even fight in there. She got caught out. So my thought is, if Morta doesn't get caught out, I don't know. I think Radiant have a strong possibility. This is indeed a crazy game. Double damage bottom. It does look like NP. TV denies that with his illusion. That's pretty funny. So we do have a sheep stick on the Earth Spirit. Very nice pickup. So it does look like they do have 2 sheep sticks, which is super helpful. Smoke on the Morta. Gyrocopter does that ethereal blade coming out for that pure magic build. Pangolier has that blink decker, has that skull basher for that skull bashing proc. TP boots level 2, pipe on the Doom now. Silver Edge on both Murta and TB. So Murta, I think I can see the Silver Edge just because of this parting shot. If she sees somebody solo, it's an easy kill. TB, I don't necessarily agree with the Silver Edge on the TB. TB is one of those heroes where you want that damage, you want that health pool for those big team fights with that Metamorphos. So that the Silver Edge being on TB, I don't think is a super viable option. Just because, okay, you got the break you can do on the Gunslinger Murta. Will it change the fight that much? I don't think so. Oh, here's another kill. The parting shot releasing the body, the stun, and another kill going to the way of Morta with her ult and the parting shot. I saw that coming a mile away as soon as I saw that. Gyrocopter getting that XP run? Maybe? Waiting? Maybe waiting for... I don't know. We'll see. Both XP runes are still there. No one... Okay, there we go. Earthshake claiming it. Does look like they do get the Tormentor for the Earth Spirit. Earth Spirit, what is his Ag Shard? Can now grab allies. That's actually pretty good. That is a pretty good. I mean, I'm gonna say so far from what I've been seeing with this Ags, it's been paying off. Again, team fights I haven't really seen too much. Murta trying to go in on the TB, but TB, the finger, the BKB block from the finger, rendering it useless. The rolling going on the Earth Spirit, BKBing out, rolling Bowler out, Pangolier coming forward with a blink, the Gyrocopter with a call down, getting a good call down on 2 heroes, and it does look like the TB will clean up the Marcy kill. Gyrocopter may be getting away, but no, he will not be. He will be getting stunned up and swashbuckled down by the Pangolier. That will be a 2-for-0 trade, favoring the Dire side. So, I didn't catch the very... I know, so much rolling. I didn't catch the very beginning of that fight. But I can only assume that she parting shotted, she pierced the veil, and she BKB'd on the TB. TB had help of the Lion that saved TB, and then they forced that turnaround. The parting shot on the sky, the force dagger going off, another force at Aeon just popped, the Lion blinking in with the Doom with his TB boots, but the Sky Wrath, one more shot, and he is down for the count. The Lion channeling that, slowing them up, the Earth Spirit rolling BKB out, the Metamorphosis is not up yet. But it does look like that Doom going out on the Murda. The Murda is doomed, trying to get out of there. The Swashbuckle coming out. The Hex on the Earth Spirit. The Lion coming out, fingering on the Earth Spirit, cleaning that kill. The rebound giving Morta that bonus speed, but it will cost a life. Oh, Murda dies in the background to that last couple ticks of Doom. Ooh, so close to that fountain. She could see the light at the end of the tunnel. Then she fell. Right before that light hit her and healed her. That's gotta be depressing. And he's just back here. He doesn't know if he's going in, he doesn't know if he's not. And he does finally go in. The Swashbuckle does hit nobody though. TB falling a little low. Does have the Sunder though. The Radiant does fortify. No buybacks are coming out on the Radiant as of yet. Earth Spirit does buy back. Murda still does have a buyback, but does want to save it. Does look like the Dire will be retreating from this fight, forcing one buyback from the Earth Spirit. Pretty big buyback from the Earth Spirit. So it wasn't a total, nonchalant push mid and back. Does look like a butterfly on the way of Terrorblade. Does Murta have an MKB? No, she does not. She will be missing sometimes. Okay. Man, look at this net worth. TB just skyrocketing above everyone else. Meanwhile, we got TB Illusions doing TB things. We do have Roche. Who do you think they're going to give this refresher shard to? I am going to say, okay, they stopped doing Roche, seeing that there was going to be a fight coming on. The Rolling Boulder, the blink on the Earth Spirit coming down to the Metamorphosis. And that is a dieback. 120 seconds down for the Earth Spirit. And that will secure a Roche for the Dire team. We do have a Swift Blink on the Terrorblade. And let's see. Let's see where that goes. We got Refresher and we got Cheese. Refresher going to the Pangolier and Cheese being picked up by the Sky, but more than likely, I don't think Sky's going to keep that Cheese. I think Sky is just holding it. I love how Doom just has an Ags in his backpack. He's like, no, I got the Refresher. Okay, now he does eat the Ag, so he does have that on lock. Metamorphosis coming out on TB. TB is just wrecking this tower. With no buyback on the Earth Spirit, they are down quite a bit. They may just want to let this Rax fall. The call down coming out on the Gyro, but not hitting any heroes, just kind of cleaning up that wave. And they are switching. They do have half the time left on the Metamorphosis. And they're just going to try to kill this tower. The Swift Blink forward. The Fear coming out. The Fortify trying to save the second set of racks. But the Metamorphosis, we got about another 20 seconds, I think. About 10 now. And they're going to just retreat. This is being forced. Doom does TP back to kind of push that bottom wave back in. Radiant, they need to get a couple pickoffs. They need to do something desperate here. They need to think outside the box. This could be a huge pickoff if they could get this line. This line has been setting up fights, but then no, they do not. They go straight for the Pangolier, straight for the TB, the Fear coming in, the Doom coming in on the Morta. Morta BKB, but has to retreat. Another Doom on the Gyrocopter. And that, the NP dying, the Gyrocopter dying, the Marcy and the TB just duking it out. The Abyssal Blade coming out on the Marcy, the buyback coming out on the Gyrocopter, the Morta going down, the Pangolier just cleaning up the triple kill on the TB. And Morta does not have buyback anymore. So this is going to be essentially a 2v5 hold with no buybacks on the Earth Spirit, the Nature Prophet, and the Morta. And TB just throwing the Swift Dagger coming in. And it does look like the buyback, the Ethereal Blade, the Humming Missile coming out. But they do not catch. The Force Staffs by the Lion are just too much to get the TB out of harm's way. And it does look like a second set of racks. Most likely a third set of racks will fall. I'm going to say, if they realize no buybacks are coming out, they can just end this right here and right now. Marcy and Gyro, I just don't see them holding against the team of Dire in full force. And that's what they're doing. They're pushing these tier 4. We still got 40 seconds, 35 seconds till Morta's back. It's not enough time. And it does look like Dire side. FOLSKI. I don't even know how to pronounce their first couple of syllables. More Problems is going to take... Oh my god, they're getting a little cocky. Going inside the fountain. And they do clean up that NP, the Sunder, and it does look like game number 1 going to FOLSKI, More Problems in this best of 2 series, and we will be right back with game number 2. Game number 1 was action-packed, no doubt about that. They kind of lived up to my expectations. I thought Radiant had that early game kind of pressure with that NP, that Earth Spirit. And I don't think Murda is as hard of a carry in team fights as TB is. So I thought for sure that they had that pre-30 35-minute team fight. But as it got later and later in the game, TB is just one person you don't want to mess with. And then Doom going that greedy Octarine Hand of Midas build set himself up, with that late game. So Dire just kind of set themselves up with that late game with those two Midases on those two cores. And just scaled from that. The Radiant were kind of unable to punish at the full extent of what I thought they could do. But, I mean, all in all, nice game around. Both teams had the plays. The Murda with the parting shot on solo kills was amazing. They couldn't do anything. But I think from just seeing that one game and watching that Murda power shot and how quick it could get those solo kills, I don't think that Ags Murda is viable just because I don't think it's a team fighting item per se. It's a 4K gold item that I think she has better items to equip herself with if you're not getting a lot of solo pickoffs. And that I think that was only 2 solo pickoffs that we counted. So, but still, all in all, action packed. Can't spell now. So, is anyone's Dota like messed up half the time? Like between games, it's just, I don't know. My Dota is just woof. Okay.